brilliant. I'm Ray of Sunshine. You may be thinking, brilliant. I'm looking pretty brilliant, right? Like a brand new shop copper penny. And I haven't always looked brilliant. We're out here in the sunshine, out in nature. A lot of brilliance going on. A lot of brilliance going on in this presentation. If you want to know the plan, you can go to any one of my previous videos and I'll tell you about the plan. But I'll just give you a quick little overview here. I don't know how you stumbled across this video. Maybe somebody sent it to you. Or maybe you went back to the beginning and you've been following the progress and you see the unfolding and you see the bright new, brand shiny new copper penny going on. And there's more of that shiny to come. And you might be thinking, brilliant. That's pretty brilliant. There's this ray of sunshine guy who, back there, comes up with this idea about, let's do something different to discover something different. And then he figures out a way to share that with you on a silver platter. And it's very easy for you to share that silver platter with some character who might not otherwise have the opportunity to discover something different in this fashion if it weren't for you. So that's kind of like an overview of how my system works. I know you're admiring my Alaska hat, and I am going to get to my Alaska story sooner or later. Before I get to that Alaska story, I'm going to get to, well, it's not really a Hawaii story, but, you know, I have been to I drove cross-country. I have a couple of stories back there about my cross-country trips and driving cross-country, doing tarot card readings. One of the cross-country trips I made from the East Coast to the West Coast was in an attempt to go to Alaska, and I never made it to Alaska, so I'll tell you that whole story one day. But you know, it's on my list, my list of wishes, of dreams come true. Another dream that I've had since I was a teenager was to hook up with Barbara. Now, I don't know if you know who Barbara is. It's the Barbara that's spelled B-A-R-B-R-A. She's pretty well known. If you don't know who I'm talking about, she's the Barbara that sings. And you can check with somebody, you know, a grandparent or an older person to find out who Barbara is, if you don't know who I'm talking about. But Barbara has a beautiful voice and a beautiful soul, and it has been a long time wish of mine to visit with Barbara, you know, for her to give me a call and say, hey, Ray, why don't you come over for lunch? And that's a possibility. And you know that I'm all about possibilities. I like conclusions too, but I like being able to come to my own conclusion and be able to offer you the opportunity to come to your own conclusions. I speak a lot about change, and I speak a lot about transition and transformation, and so right now we're in the process in this series of transforming from the D to the E section, and then we're going to be going to other sections, and there'll be a lot more brightness and a lot more brilliance. But the gist really is discovery. So you'll have that opportunity. You can participate or you can observe. That's the beauty of this program. However you feel that you want to fit in. And I kind of suggest observing. You can go back to the beginning by clicking on one of those videos that'll pop up at the end of this video on the side of my head. Or you can go to my page and you can look at all my oracles and pick one of those. It's a treasure hunt. We're on a treasure hunt. I'm on a treasure hunt of unfolding. A treasure hunt of discovering me. A treasure hunt of doing something different and discovering something different. And you have that same opportunity either as an observer or a participant. So I suggest maybe you want to start off as an observer. And then eventually you might notice that you become engaged and you may decide to want to participate, because the idea here is you're going to learn, you're going to discover lots about me, and in the process you're going to discover lots about you. And of course, the brilliance is that you have the opportunity to share this with somebody else so they can discover the same thing. And that's one possibility. So there's many possibilities here. You can see that I'm out in the wilderness once again, and it's bright and shiny, and I'm bright and shiny, and I'm in the process of doing something different to discover something different. That's what my whole video series is about, doing something different to discover something different and offering you the same opportunities. So you're going to see that whole progression. Because the way I look at it is, what we have happening here is playtime. And I have lots of examples of that, especially in those very early videos about my life and how it has been playtime and how it is developing into more playtime, because you can't have too much fun. There's no such thing as too much happy. It is playtime.